Welcome back. We're moving into our final segment for today as we introduce to you Anja and his brand new book of poems.
Yes.
Good morning and welcome.
Morning. Thanks for having me. Good morning, Belize.
Yeah, Anja, it's nice to have you in, my brother. And from the looks of things, we know for a fact
Well,
that
yeah.
you've got some.
There's
You've
a
got
philosophy behind.
Yeah, yeah. But tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't born with the name Anja. Anja is my pen name.
Okay.
It started with Messenger, in fact. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we used to do poetry back in 2005 at the Pot Pot
Okay.
Bar and
I
Grill.
remember that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so long time poet. I used to be penned Messenger. In 2005, Luciano visited.
Yeah.
And then I learned that his pen name also is Messenger.
Oh.
So I just got rid of the
Shorten.
miss. I got rid of the miss.
You got rid of the mess and then Anja.
Right. So,
I love that.
Yeah.
Right. So you stuck with the part that really mattered.
yes. Anja.
But tell us about how you first ventured into writing.
Well, writing happened from primary school, in fact.
Okay.
I used to write short jingles and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that rhymed, made,
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
sense. And that matured into high school where I got encouraged from a poem I wrote in second form. Yeah, where the teacher, in fact, Miss Arzu, wanted a copy of the poem at the end of the
Oh,
class.
wow.
Yes, so that encouraged me as well to further writing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pot Bar and Grill gave me that audience, that stage
Yeah.
for the first time. And right now, currently, we have the 501 group. Yeah, every other Friday at King Street. It's nice space, nice audience. So
Yeah.
keep the work going, keep the poetry.
Man, Anja, you took
could
me
imagine.
back to those put days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, with the performing arts, and I
Yes,
remember
yes.
the spoken words, and they were huge and very successful.
Yes.
And what I love about spoken word is that it has a way, not just the actual written text, but the way you deliver it.
The expression.
It just somehow resonates with you, depending on the poem, of course.
Yeah.
What's it like for you when you have a poem and you have to deliver it, and you have expressed your thoughts in words on writing, but then you want to get people to really feel it as well?
Well, as we all know, when you do spoken word, when you perform in front of a live audience, then you have to, like I say, have the 5 P's of poetry.
Yeah.
I coined the 5 P's of poetry.
The 5 P's of poetry.
Yes, you have to be poised. That's the first thing. You have to be poised. You have to use pause. You have to have pause.
Yeah.
In your, poise.
Deliberate pauses.
Yeah, you have to have projection, and you have pronunciation. The word is important, and from the pronunciation you get the expression. Once you pronounce the word, if you use Creole, the so-called Creole dialect, if you use English, if you use Spanish, then you have to pronunciate everything properly.
Yeah.
You know, to get that effect.
What's your biggest inspiration, Anja?
Well, as the bio said at the back of the book, reggae music. Not the type of reggae music playing today. I heard a joke that there was a DJ playing some Bob Marley, and a youth came to him and said, "Man, you not got no reggae?" You know, because reggae, the roots reggae is not...
Roots reggae is
yeah.
totally different from that, you know,
Yeah,
lovers rock.
so my foundation is like Peter Tosh,
Yeah.
Burning Spear,
Burning Spear, Bob
Muta
Marley,
Barukas
Muta.
especially.
Yes,
you
yes,
know.
yes.
So what, you know, like Damien Marley new album then?
That's
not reggae?
I went to his concert. I was there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
this new style reggae is alright.
very new
nice.
style,
It's
yeah,
nice, but
yeah. But you,
I like
you
my
ha-
root. Yes, I like the root.
But the message in your poems, what are you aiming for? Is it just simply that you have it inside you and you have to get it out? Or do you see something and want to put words to that experience?
I think the time is right. I've had these poems for quite a while, and
Yeah.
as every artist knows, you need to practice.
Of course.
Practice makes perfect. You know, so I have my alone time and I do my practicing. And when I get the opportunity to go on the mic, then that's what I do.
So you do poetry from life experience, or does something have to come to you so
I
you
think
can see?
people summarize it as social commentary. Yeah, because it speaks of
What's
from an Afro-Black perspective. Yeah.
What's been a poem that you have been very passionate about performing and that you really like the reaction from people when you perform it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
Deep.
that's several.
Yeah.
I have a poem that I dust off last year, in fact, and it was surprising that that poem, most people that I say it to, they actually want that poem more than the others. I had a poem from.
What was it called?
It's called Your Blackness.
Blaze up.
Give us a
When
little
I
version.
first said that poem for Grandmaster, I see he was here last year.
Yes, he was here. He was here.
He
with
was
us.
like, "Oh man, that's his poem."
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Give us a little piece of your
Blaze
blackness.
this one.
It speaks to people who don't like being black, who are ashamed of who they are, you know, naturally.
You can't tease me like that. Give me a piece of it.
Yeah, man.
To all the black people who don't like the skin they're in, they'll be held to pay come Judgment Day. You're the scheme, you're the plan for try underhand your blackness. You're devising a plot trying to stop your blackness. Time after time, you try undermine your blackness. Now you're the consider for try get rid of your blackness. When you say blackness, you don't have to stand and watch this. You have to start practice your genuine blackness. Your black people you hate, so you contaminate your blackness. Head over heel, you try to conceal your blackness. At every single junction, you're trying to run from your blackness. No matter how hard you try, you just cannot deny your blackness. When you see blackness, you don't have to try attack this, because this is blackness without the slackness. For all the poverty and pain, you're trying to blame your blackness. For everything we're wrong, you point finger upon your blackness. Now you're busting up your brain, trying to contain your blackness. Day and night, you always fight your blackness. But you're fighting a battle that you can't win. If you're black without, you're black within. A black skin is just the beginning of your blackness.
Wow. Wow.
Dude, I swear.
Yeah.
What inspired you to write that one?
Yeah.
Well, that one was written, like, I think in the 90s.
Really?
Like I said, I dusted it off last year.
Last year.
Because it wasn't completely like that. I got a reading from one of my producer. Because I intend to do a dub album. That's my intention in the future, right? With that, I like to say big up to Mile 41 band. You know, Bano Pets. That's Chalwa.
Mile 41 Western.
Yes.
George Price Highway.
Yes. I actually had the opportunity to perform with the band. I'm still with the band, but because of logistics, distance,
Yeah.
But the band is nice, tight.
Can I tell you though, I don't know how much people realize it, but there is a resurgence of spoken word.
Definitely.
And if you're on social media, if you follow, there are quite a few prominent people whose poetry, it's essential poetry with music in the background and some great videos, go viral because their message speaks to people in a way that we can't communicate for ourselves. Whether it's about relationships, race, whatever we see in societies.
Well, that said poem, Your Blackness, we performed that live with the band in Placencia.
Wow.
Yeah, and the
People gravitate to it, no?
They make up of the music. It has a pause in it and everything. It just.
You know what strikes me out of Your Blackness is actually something I think would be something Muta Baruka-ish, because he speaks in that same tone, that same way.
Right.
So I think that's another inspiration for you.
Well, that's the foundation.
Yeah.
You know, the root is the foundation. Right. If you notice the book also has some African.
Some signs.
It's not only poetry. If you notice,
it's quotes as well.
It's quotes as well. It's a package. It's not only the poetry.
So what prompted you to move to publishing this book now?
Time. I've wasted a lot of time just procrastinating, and I decided. And my publisher, a fellow poet, Miss Margaret Reynolds, she did an excellent job with the layout and everything.
Yeah.
You know, so it's
now,
on the way.
This is a collection of, I'm trying to guess how many.
23 poems.
Okay, good.
23 symbols, 23 quotes.
And how did you choose which ones you wanted? I'm sure over the years you have much more than 23.
Yeah, I have over 100 poems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you choose which ones are for this book?
My next publication, I have a title for it already. That would be Decolonialized.
Okay.
This book, I left the controversial poems out.
Oh, you want to entice them with this one. I am that I am. It's more about self-identity.
Yes.
and
yes,
appreciation. I
yes,
saw
of-
with
of
language.
self, yes. The
Yeah.
language is another one that people like.
Yeah.
It has 3 different Belize dialect languages in it. And
Really?
Modern
Wow.
day slavery.
yeah.
All right.
So let's get another one, man. I'm sure we could get something else.
Yeah, well,
Something
Which
from
one?
the book.
I know we're on television.
We are live.
We're live.
Yeah,
We're
but
live.
this one is about television
Okay, cool.
and the effect of television on our society. You see, we have gun violence. We just spoke about teenage affairs.
Yeah.
You know, and all these things we get from the North Americans, like it or not. Because I see some shows right now on television that I say like, man, how, you know, all the murder. You know, one movie you have 99 deaths
Yeah.
in a movie,
Yeah.
and that's entertainment. You know, so before TV, we never have this. All this murder, mayhem, and madness. We people never used to this cruel. Life was good in this jewel. Then TV came along with movies, cartoon, and songs, taking control of we youngster, our children being raised by this one-eyed monster. Now we people just programmed. We watch commercials and learn all these slogans, adopting different lifestyle, brothers and sisters acting quite wild. Mother dressing up like child, just making sure they're in the right style. Do you ever stop to think that at sake of TV, man start wear pink, and after we get showtime, we just start experience more crime because TV influence in ways we don't know. Look at the effects after HBO. Our family unit became so unstable after all the fornication shown on cable. Fathers coming home to no food after soap operas and family feud. TV wasting most of our time while poverty creeps up from behind. We watch pro athletes and game show with dreams of millions but just remain poor. TV have us living in a dream. With camera tricks, we're fixed to this TV screen. But it's time for us to come out this box, do away with stars and Cinemax. It is time for us to see that BET is not the way for us to be. It is time for a life of a higher definition and a better quality. So turn off this television and tune in to reality.
Man.
All right.
Swear.
And that's also one that's in the book.
That's one that's in
That's
the book.
one that's in the book.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you have any love poems in the book?
That will be my 3rd publication.
But you know what, Anja, it means that you're working. It sounds like you have rediscovered your
Yeah.
passion for this.
Well, this is my life's passion.
Yeah.
I have an unemployment. That's only, you know,
Yeah.
the
how
economics.
artists
the
live right
economics,
now, yeah.
And but this is the passion. That's what. Whenever if you're feeling down, whenever you're feeling like giving up, then let's go to some
Let's go.
poetry. You know, you read some poetry. I actually like YouTube, and I would go and listen to other poets'
Yeah.
spoken word. There's a
You
woman.
need to start recording some so we
Yeah,
can
get
listen
some-
to
get
something.
your
Yes,
own
different.
YouTube channel.
definitely. That's the plan. That's,
Our spoken word artists are we have them quite often. I know Adele had her show the other day
I
too.
know we do every
There's
other
a lot
Friday.
of great stuff.
I used to live in Mango Creek,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and I would drive from Mango Creek to King Street
Yeah.
to perform.
Just to
poetry.
perform.
Yeah.
So you know, so you'll be launching, and you know, it's definitely something very attractive just by the way you perform, or you do
Yes.
your poetry. So tell us about the launch.
Well, the launch is tonight. I wanted to do it last week, but it had a delay because of the transshipment of the books.
Okay.
I didn't get it till the 17th.
Okay.
That left 3 days. I came to your offices downstairs to try to arrange, but
Yeah.
the time wasn't right. I
Okay.
had to go back to work, so give thanks for my employment for these 2 days so I could do. Yeah, so tonight
That's
the
good
book
support.
launch at the
Image Factory.
Yeah, and we also have some giveaways. I plan to give away a volume of The Philosophy and Opinions of Marcus Garvey. That's a
Oh,
book. Yeah, the information, you know, you have to give the information to the people.
How much to enter? What do we have to do to be
It's
a
free,
part
of course. You just get in, and we give you a stub, and then you get into the raffle.
Okay. So tonight at the Image Factory at 7 p.m., people can come out. There'll be performances, of
Yes,
course.
Yes, we will have
of-
other poets performing. We'll have Little Buddha performing.
Yeah.
He does he came here already doing
Yeah.
it. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's about culture. It's about culture and our people, you know.
Well, we are so appreciative that you came in to just give us the smallest sample
Thank you.
of what
Thank you
you
too.
have put out in your book. Is there anybody you want to give special thanks to? I know this is an
Yeah.
effort that you need the support.
Well, my publisher, yes, my team, my girls, my daughters, they are one at Catherine's and one at Palote.
Wow,
And
teenage daughters.
Yeah, they help. Right now they're doing preparations and stuff. They're into
Wow.
it, and they also write. They do poetry
Great.
as well. You know,
Great.
so
And just before you leave, there's so many young people right now who have got the mental. They want to put pen to paper to, but they're so afraid.
Well, I was once
what
too.
What do you say to see you came out that box of being afraid, and now you're
I'll tell you,
published.
when I first came to Belize City with 501, my first night, I had a response from a Caucasian lady that said that my poems are angry black poems. That was her opinion.
Yeah.
The other poets were like, wow, man, they were focusing on the fact that I didn't read from a script. My poems are internal.
Directly out.
You know, and so that was their take from it, you know. So everybody listen to the poem, and everybody have their own angle, their own takes. And for an aspiring poet, you shouldn't let the negative
Knock you off.
be the one that you focus on. You know, that will come. You know, every great leader, spiritual or
I was
otherwise,
gonna say.
have negative. You know, so.
There's not one person in the world who can
Wow.
create something
So
that
that's-
everybody will love.
And take criticism. You could take criticism, go home, contemplate it, ponder on it, and make yourself better from that negative criticism, you know. 'Cause it helps. The negative criticism helps because
Help, of
sometimes
course.
you might. I've seen a lot of artists, spoken word and otherwise, recording artists, think that their material is it. This is the next world, you know, event. But sometimes you got to take that criticism back and revamp
Yeah.
what you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Anja, congratulations on putting the publication together.
very much.
Obviously, this has been something you've been wanting to do for so long.
Definitely.
And I think you're definitely encouraging everybody else who's holding off on following through on a dream that they had to do
Definitely.
the same. The book launch happens tonight at the Image Factory.
623, 626, 2312.
That's how you get the book. What's the cost?
The book is also on Amazon. Amazon.com.
Wow.
Yes. it
What's
is.
the cost
Amazon.
of the book?
20 Belize.
Okay.
All right.
20 Belize.
And will you have it at any bookstores?
I have some at the Angeles Press and at Chaos.
Okay.
And yeah.
Nice.
And may I leave with a poem?
Of course.
Sure.
We're off with this, right?
Yeah, we're going to go straight to break after that.
RESPECT. I respect you. You respect me. Respect me the way I respect you. Enough respect you. Respect the rich. Respect the poor. Respect the needy who sleep and flow. Respect the greedy who still want more. Respect have to flow. Respect your enemy. Respect your friend. Respect the friend who just pretend. Respect the friend who want your life end. Keep a respectful eye upon them. Respect the master. Respect the slave. Respect the youths with them loving ways. Respect the change in the way they behave. Respect the men who are digging their graves. Respect the old. Respect the young. If not all, then respect some. Show respect to someone else. But most of all, respect yourself. Respect.
He's